Hello, book nerds. How are you doing on this fine day? If you're new here, my name is Noah, and welcome to In Between the Lines, where we talk about pretty much books, anything to do with books. A while ago, my friend Ven from Ven's Corner, linked down below to their channel, tags me in a booktube rapid fire tag, which I've only just recently gotten around to because we had to start the channel up again. So thank you for the tag, I appreciate it. And we're just going to kick this off. So I believe it's 50 questions. I'm going off Ven's questions. And let's just dive right into this. So number one, hardback or paperback? See, I've only really just started to buy hardback because they're so pretty. But I'm fine with paperback. It's just the spines. I'm going to go with hardback. Number two, dust jacket on or off? This is really difficult though because I like the dust jackets on them, but they always rip. Like, can't they just have the pictures like underneath them as well? Because they're just blank underneath. I guess it's gonna have to stay on because I never take them off even if they start to rip. Number three, secondhand or new copies? I'm absolutely fine with both. I've bought secondhand and they've been absolutely fine and perfect, and I love a good new copy because they have that new book smell. Number four, audiobooks or nah? See, audiobooks is a difficult thing for me because I love to listen to audiobooks when I'm at work, like, because I start early mornings and I do like delivery and bake and stuff like that. So I'd love to say that I would love to listen to audiobooks, especially podcasts. I listen to podcasts mainly. But the thing with audiobooks is sometimes people don't have like that that emotion or that different characteristics that they can do with their voices for depending on different characters that they're reading for, and sometimes that makes it difficult for me. So I'm 50-50 with that. I'm going to say nah for the audiobooks. I would love to have a good audiobook, but I don't. Do you cover by? I used to cover by. I used to until I became colorblind. Now I don't. Now I actually make sure I want my books to have a pretty cover, absolutely, but I always make sure I read the blurb on the back. Number six, what's a good book with a bad cover? For me, it's a book called And the Trees Crept In by Dawn Kurtach. I'm so sorry if I butchered that. Story is actually really, really good. Book cover, kind of wish it was a little bit better. Number seven, what's a bad book with a good cover? The Contender. The one with the dinosaurs on the front, where I thought it was going to be like Dino Crisis. Where I thought it was going to be like Dino Crisis, and it was nothing like Dino Crisis. Nothing. First book you ever read. A lot of people will say, you know what, I bet it's like The Hungry Caterpillar or something. I think everyone's read that book when they were little. I'm going to go with that. I remember having that book. Or the one with the fish with all the different scales on it. The rainbow fish, I think it was called. I'm going to go with one of them. I don't know why. Last book you finished. It's recently been The Coil of the Labyrinth, an Arkham horror story, which my girlfriend very kindly bought me. So thank you for that. I really enjoyed it. Review will be up soon. Last series you finished, number 10. Oof. So the last series I ever read was an L.J. Smith series known as The Night World. Now, most people know L.J. Smith as the person who wrote Vampire Diaries. Don't go near that. I'm going to tell you now, Night World, the way to go. Best series they ever wrote. So good. So, number 11, the last book you bought. Well, the thing is, I kind of went on a spending spree because I bought books not only for my girlfriend, but for my nephew for his birthday. And I kind of went on a spending spree. So these are the ones that I bought. We'll work on them soon. Number 12, what's your favourite genre? So going through my actual Goodreads, I very... Horror. I like my fantasy and horror. Only really just getting into sci-fi though. So I'm enjoying some of that, but it needs to have that horror pizzazz to it. Number 13, what's your favourite book in that genre? See, most of my books, while they are horror, they tend to have like some other kind of like another genre kind of slipped in. It's never just pure horror. So for example, Meddling Kids. Absolutely my most favourite book the past 2 years is Meddling Kids. Horror book based off Scooby-Doo. It's so good. Number 14, what genre do you never reach for? That's difficult because I try to make I'm trying to make sure that I delve into all of them, but then again, there's like that autobiographies. Don't touch them at all. Never touch them. I probably would never read one ever, unless it's like a fictional character one, because I know that people have done it for like Star Trek. Like they've got a Kurt autobiography or whatever you want to call it. I've got that. Number 15, do you read poetry? Not a lot of people know this, but I do actually read poetry. There's a few poets that I do actually like. I'll actually post a few links down below. One of them is also a booktuber who's really last year, I think it was late last year or early this year, released a poetry book, and I couldn't recommend them enough, and I can put some of this down below as well. Number 16, popular science, biology. What mean? 17, middle grade. I don't know what you're talking about. Number 18, do you have a book box subscriptions? Now, it's very rare that I do, but I sometimes do actually manage to sometimes get one. Normally, you have to subscribe to these specifically like the first day of the month, or else they're sold out. And it's the Abominable Book Club, which is basically a horror book box subscription. Link is down below to them. They do some amazing things with theirs, and they also actually have their own sort of merchandise, which I don't have and I need to get at some point. Oh, number 19, what's your favorite bookish item? See, the only thing that I can say is I like my bookmarks. I'm a bit of a whore for my bookmarks. That's really it, unfortunately, because like I don't know else what to say. I do want one of them shelving things where you can slip them in between. Like you can get like a Harry Potter one or a fantasy thing where you slip it in between the books and it has lights and stuff, and it's like another little world where you can peer into. But bookmarks is the way for me, unfortunately. What's my current bookmark? Let me go show you. So originally it used to be these custom ones that I got from Etsy. This one was be a good little book haul and spread those pages. But my girlfriend actually made me a bookmark. And yeah, that's literally my new bookmark. It's my favorite bookmark, and I'm just gonna constantly use that. There you go. Number 21. What's the strangest object you've used as a bookmark? I don't know. I've used paper. I've never folded pages. I know that much. Ben, but no, I've always either had a bookmark, I've used other books as a bookmark if I didn't have anything nearby, or paper, but that's really it. Number 22, book jackets or nah? Nah. 23, who's your fictional boyfriend / girlfriend? I don't really think I have one, weirdly enough. Though I could get behind the character Professor Miranda Benson from that Arkham horror book, in the Coils of the Labyrinth, because they're pretty they're a pretty down to earth, logical, strong-willed character. Miranda could be mine. There you go. Then again, some people would be like, no, what about Resident Evil 8 that you're so obsessed with? Alcina Demetresque. Moving on. Number 24, favorite book couple. It's weird because I don't read a lot of romance. Normally, when their books do have romance in them, the romance is very much in the background. If something happens, it happens. But then again, the characters in Meddling Kids, their little romance, which is very much in the background, it's not the main focus. Absolutely ship them. Oh, favorite book villain. So my favorite book villain is from Night World, L.J. Smith. It's been a while since I've read them, but I remember his name is Ash, and he is like this vampire bad person who basically, he's killed people, but you know what? He kind of has a heart at the same time. He's cool. Number 26, favorite book adventure. You know what I'm going to go with? I'm going to go with Destiny Quest. That's choose your own adventure thing, because it is an adventure, and it's very open world, and I have little choices in there, and my character can like build up and level up in a way. So I'm gonna go with that. 27, series, trilogies, or standalones. See, the thing is, when I read a standalone, I get to a point where I'm so in love with these characters, I want it not to be a standalone, Meddling Kids, where I want it to be a series or even a trilogy, just so I can see more of these characters and see how much they grow and like break out of all these things that they have. So I really want it to be a series, so I'm gonna go with series. My only issue is that I read so many different series, I never seem to get the whole collection, so I'm just building up these collections as I go. Number 20, mixed media books or paragraphs. What does that even mean? Number 29, what's your favorite book adaptation? This is where It's difficult because adaptations never really go well with games or books. So I'm going to go with The Witcher for that. The Witcher's done well. Film adaptations or TV adaptations? It's the same thing as question number 29. So question 30. I'm going to put this with the whole game adaptations because they never go well. Look at Resident Evil, for example. The game's amazing, right? Series, not so well. And then you go into the movies and it's like, I actually really like the original 3 movies with Mila Jovovich because I love terrible movies and they're some of my favorites. But yeah, they never go well. Like, you could have the whole Blood Rain movies. Didn't go well. We can keep going on with this. It's like Taboo. So I kind of want to say, then again, they did do a really good version of The Colour Out of Space with Nicolas Cage. We're going to go with film adaptations. Yeah. What book needs an adaptation? I'm going to go with Lovecraft on this one and say there's 2 that I would really like, which is And the Mountains of Madness would be fantastic. And I'm going to go with The Thing on the Doorstep. I would like to see some sort of adaptation with. Number 32, favorite book world. All my books are horrors. So none of them, please. They never have good endings. All of the books that I read mostly. 33 favorite writing styles. See, the thing with Lovecraft is while it's very much like it's the narrator who is telling us or writing something down, so it's in like first person sort of stuff. I do like that because you kind of like fit yourself into it, like you are the person who's writing this. So I like that. I'm gonna go with that. Number 34. What's a book that you love that people don't know about? 11th Cycle, this chunk of a book, nearly 800 pages. The author, absolutely amazing, lovely person. You know, like, nothing wrong with that gentleman at all. I need more people to read this. This is the first book that's come out. It is a series of Mistland. How I would describe this book, if you're into Dark Souls, you're things about like really deep lore, but very dark at the same time. Very, very dark fantasy. This is the book for you. And just look at this cover. It's beautiful. So gorgeous. Number 35. What's a popular book that you hated? That's difficult. It's not... I don't know. Normally I would have said, oh, Harry Potter, even though I never read it. But I've started to read it. And it's actually pretty good. Oh no. I don't know. Ooh. That's difficult. I've never really hated a popular book. No. I can't. No, I'm good. Number 36. Favorite childhood reads. My childhood was full of fighting fantasy. So I'm going to go with that. But then again, they've got the L.J. Smith, the Night World series. Goosebumps I read a little bit of, but... they're going to be it, basically. L.J. Smith Night World series and the Fighting Fantasy books. Number 37, what's a book that changed your life? Night World, L.J. Smith. The actual first book is known as Night World. And it's the first one that I read, and it's the one that got me into reading when I was younger, like really young. Because I did read when I was younger, but that's the book that I read when I was like 8 or 9 or something like that. That opened up more kind of things to read. I know, odd, I know. Number 38, what book did you hate at school? Of Mice and Men. Hated that book. It's the only... Normally, when people tell me about things where they get to pick between books for like English and stuff, we weren't given an option. It was pretty much here's Mice and Men. Here, read this. And yeah, was not a fan of it. Was not a fan of it at all. Number 39, do you buy to collect? I kind of do. I don't really want to get rid of my books even when I've read them. I just kind of keep them and hoard them like a little book dragon that I am. Number 40, do you donate books? There is certain books that I do donate. Some that I know that I will never read again. Well, yes, I do. Like I said, I do like to hoard my books, but most of the books that I hoard are ones that I know I'm going to reread. Books that I know I'm not going to read, I happily give off to people or I hand to like little collection places. Number 41, what's your favorite reading snack? That's difficult because I don't like my fingers to get mucky when I'm turning pages because I love my physical books. So normally what I do is I'll like freeze some chocolate and just suck that and slowly have it melt in my mouth so I don't have to like get nasty fingers and stuff. Number 42, what's your favorite reading position? On the sofa, TV on in the background with like either music's by Mew or just some sort of like classical, because I do like my classical. And I'll have my back with a pillow resting on the arm, book, and Milo will be between my legs, sleeping, and Peanut will be probably on the little back bit of the sofa, wanting attention. Number 43, natural light or lamp light? Both. I only turn the lamp on when I have to. I will happily read outside in natural light or near the window where my sofa is. I only use lamplight if I have to. And number 44, outside or inside? Both, absolutely. Sometimes, especially when the weather's nice, I do like to go outside, but the only thing is that makes me always panic. Wasps and bees. Number 45, breaking the cover or keeping it smooth? Keep it smooth. Like, if I have to read my book like this, I will. No, I don't want my spines broken. I want the book to be read, and I want to read it comfortably, but I don't want to break the covers. Please don't. I don't want them creased or anything. Number 46, do you read in other languages? I would love to say yes, but I don't. Number 47, what book series do you want to finish this year? I don't think I'm going to do it, but I would like to read the whole Harry Potter series, including the Fantastic Beasts, because I've really gotten into it because of Jenny. How dare you? Number 48, what book release are you most excited about right now? Most of my books have actually been released very early this year. Like 11th Cycle was very early this year, and then we got Camp Damascus by Chuck Tingle, which I pre-bought before the release, months in advance, and I've still not read it. I got it early, and I've not even read it yet, because I'm an idiot. Though, to think about it, I've recently got into T. Kingfisher. They are doing the second book for What Moves the Dead. And I'm so excited about that, but it's not out till next year. Why? Number 49, do you have a favorite book influencer? I actually do have a few favorite book influencers. So obviously I have my good friends. We've got Luna, Jaleesa, we got Ven. We also have Max Reads, who I absolutely adore. Absolutely. When I first got into booktube, they were there. They were very welcoming, and any questions I had, they were there to answer. So I absolutely recommend them. Links down below, and a few others I will slap down below too, because I actually do like watching them as well. Number 50, do you have a channel, blog, or social media feed? Obviously I do. We have here, which is in between the lines. We have our Twitter. We do have Instagram, but we don't post on Instagram, but mainly Twitter and Discord is where we like to go. Links are down below for them. Would I like to tag anyone in this? I probably will. The main question is, who would I like to tag? You know what? There is some people I would like to tag in this. I would like to tag Max Reeves. I'd like to see what you have to say about this. Someone who's been very kind and following the channel when I had to restart again, which is Coffee Over Apples. I would love to see what you have to say about this. And also one more person that I would love to know is Silla's Pocats. Hopefully I've said them all right. If not, I apologize in advance. Let me know. But thank you for watching the video. I appreciate it. We will have some reviews up very, very soon. Thank you once again. Much love. Stay awesome. And make good decisions in life.
Of all the boys I've known, and I've known some, until I first met you, I was lonesome. And when you came inside, dear, my heart grew light, and this whole world